The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Namaskar, welcome to Next IS. I hope you are doing well. In this video, we will cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express, and Press Information Bureau. So, without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. Now, Public Accounts Committee will conduct a performance review of regulatory bodies established by Act of Parliament, including SEBI. Now, let's learn about Public Accounts Committee. So, friends, it is responsible for auditing the revenue and expenditure of the government. It is one of the oldest parliamentary committees, originating from the Financial Committee established in 1921 under the Montagu-Chelmsford reforms. It was the first parliamentary committee created to hold the government accountable. It consists of up to 22 members, which includes 15 members from Lok Sabha and up to 7 members from Rajya Sabha. These members are elected annually from their respective houses using proportional representation and single transferable vote system. Term of office of the Public Accounts Committee members is 1 year. It has wider scope compared to other parliamentary committees such as department-related parliamentary standing committees. It has the power to summon any person for its investigations, and its recommendations are binding on the government. Now, recently, India and Singapore signed memorandum of understandings in the fields of digital technologies, semiconductors, health cooperation, and skill development. It covers digital technologies including cybersecurity, 5G, supercomputing, quantum computing, and AI, and focuses upon upskilling and reskilling workers. It also involves cooperation in semiconductor cluster development and talent cultivation. It also focuses on joint research, innovation, and human resource development in healthcare and pharmaceuticals. It also aims to promote Indian healthcare professionals in Singapore. The agreement also targets educational cooperation and technical vocational training, enhancing ongoing skill development initiatives. Talking about the importance of Singapore for India, Singapore is India's largest trade partner in ASEAN, and it is leading source of FDI amongst the largest sources of external commercial borrowings and foreign portfolio investment. Singapore ranks as India's sixth largest trade partner, accounting for 3.2% of India's total trade. Now, Assam government has decided to implement most recommendations of the panel, which was appointed by the Ministry of Home Affairs to address Clause 6 of the Assam Accord. Assam Accord was signed in August 1985 to end a 6-year agitation against illegal foreigners, and Clause 6 provides for the constitutional, legislative, and administrative safeguards for the Assamese people. Next article focuses upon vertical fiscal imbalance, which occurs when expenditure responsibilities of states exceed their revenue-raising capacities. It occurs because union government collects taxes like personal income tax and corporation tax, while states have less revenue-raising powers. States in India handle 61% of the revenue expenditure but collect only 38% of the revenue receipts, leading to a dependency on union government transfers. In this context, 15th Finance Commission observed that India experiences a large and increasing vertical fiscal imbalance compared to other federations, and this imbalance has worsened during the crisis such as COVID-19 pandemic, creating a significant gap between subnational revenues and expenditure responsibilities. Addressing vertical fiscal imbalance is responsibility of the Finance Commission, which determines how to distribute union taxes to states and among the states. Finance Commission provides specific purpose grants under Article 275, and union government spends on schemes under Article 282, which are often conditional. And friends, many states advocate for a 50% share of tax devolution to counter vertical fiscal imbalance and address the exclusion of substantial cesses and surcharges. Next article talks about loss and damage fund, because recent landslides in Kerala's Wayanad district have triggered a discussions on seeking compensation from the UNFCCC's loss and damage fund. Loss and damage fund was established at CUP 27 in 2022, and it aims to provide financial support for economic and non-economic losses due to climate change, including extreme weather events and gradual processes like sea level rise. Governing board oversees the fund and decide how resources are allocated, and World Bank acts as an interim trustee of the fund. And friends, India has incurred over $56 billion in weather-related damages from 2019 to 2023, and India's National Climate Action Policy has prioritized mitigation over adaptation, affecting participation in loss and damage dialogues. And here India needs a clear legal and policy framework for climate finance, especially for adaptation and loss and damage. India should push for more decentralized fund disbursement methods in international negotiations. Next article is related to National Exit Test for Ayush, which will be applicable to students who had enrolled from 2021-2022 academic session. National Exit Test is a key examination introduced by the National Commission for Indian System of Medicine under the 2020 Act. It is designed designed to assess the clinical competency, medical ethics understanding, and ability to handle medico-legal cases for graduates in Ayurveda, Siddh, Unani, and Suvarikpa. Next article focuses upon Swachh Bharat mission because according to recent study published in the journal Nature indicates significant health impacts of the Swachh Bharat mission. The study suggests that improved access to toilets and sanitation services under Swachh Bharat mission may have prevented approximately 60,000 to 70,000 infant deaths annually. Swachh Bharat mission was launched in 2014 and it is one of the largest national behavioral change sanitation program in the world. It is aimed at eliminating orphan defecation by providing household toilets across the country. Now Interpol issued 100 red corner notices on India's request in 2023, which is highest in a year. A red notice is a request to law enforcement worldwide to locate and provisionally arrest a person pending extradition or similar legal action. It is based on an arrest warrant or court order issued by judicial authorities in requesting country. Red notices are published by the Interpol at the request of a member country and must comply with Interpol's constitution and rules. They help in bringing fugitives to justice even many years after the crime was committed. And do you know friends, red notice is not an arrest warrant but an international alert. Now United States, European Union and the United Kingdom are set to sign new international treaty on artificial intelligence, which is officially called Council of Europe Framework Convention on Artificial Intelligence and Human Rights, Democracy and the Rule of Law. It is the first legally binding international treaty specifically focused on AI. It prioritizes human rights in regulating both public and private sector AI systems. It aims to provide a cohesive framework to address concerns about inconsistent national regulations potentially impeding AI development. And now, India and Saudi Arabia conducted the 6th edition of Joint Committee on Defense Cooperation meeting in Riyadh. They discussed new avenues to further strengthen the long-standing and multifaceted defense cooperation. And you know friends, India and Saudi Arabia enjoy cordial and friendly relations founded on the centuries-old economic and socio-cultural ties. And Joint Defense Cooperation Committee is an institutional mechanism under the MOU to promote objectives of defense cooperation. So with this, let's conclude today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.